In this video, we're going to look at a super fast, efficient, practical fight ender for a self-defense situation. Hi guys, Paul from Warrior Tactical Systems. In this video, we want to look at a very quick, efficient way to end a self-defense situation, because we want those things over quickly. So this is going to be a solid basic for you if you're a beginner. If you're traditionally a ground fighter and need to learn a little bit of stand-up, this is a great place to start. Or if you're an experienced martial artist, this is one of those basic fundamentals that you need to get the repetitions on, continue to work on, and improve. It should be part of your standard practice. You know, a buddy of mine told me a story about a situation he was in at a establishment he came out of, and had some guys messing with him, 3 of them, and he smoked 2 of them with this, and the other one ran. It was just that efficient. They were so surprised. He just stepped in, boom, boom. Next one, boom, boom, and the third one, you know, ran for it. So it's very practical, and I've used it a lot too when I'm just throwing gloves on people. Get anybody you can that's willing to train and fight, put on some headgear and gloves and go for it, and you find this just works. It's simple and it's practical. So what we're looking at is a jab cross from boxing, a very simple set of techniques here. And it works well against a trained or an untrained fighter. One of the reasons it works so well against the untrained fighter is they tend to step in before they hit. Okay? And one of the critical things that we need to learn is that we need to be outside of range where our opponent can hit us, and we need to step into range as we're striking. Okay? So it needs to happen at the same time. If I step into range, then I throw my shot, okay, I'm vulnerable during that step. So I have to have the proper footwork, and I need that step and slide footwork. Okay, so if you take a look at my feet here real quick, I want to have my feet shoulder width apart. I want some width in both directions, and I want to have my knees slightly bent. My rear heel's up off the ground. So I want to move with the foot that is nearest in the direction that I want to move, okay, which is my lead foot. Because I want to step forward in this particular case. So my lead foot will move first, and my rear foot, I don't want to be spread out here where I'm off balance. I want my rear foot to come along for the ride to regain my balance, to regain my center. Okay. So as I step with this lead foot, I'll push off with that rear foot to accelerate my movement there. And again, the rear foot will come along for the ride. Step and slide. So again, I can't reach my adversary from where I'm at right now. So what I want to do is I want that step to go with my jab, okay, and the hand will move slightly before the foot. The step comes in with that jab, which projects me forward into this target, and now I'm turning in and get my cross, okay? So the jab is just a straight punch with the lead hand, and that's going to be moving, coming from wherever it's at, straight to the target. I never want to telegraph that. It needs to be very fast and efficient, straight to the target. So again, I step in with that jab, okay? And now my cross comes off of that. The cross is a straight punch off the rear hand. Okay? And again, I want to aim for that chin, and I want this to be straight as possible. I don't want my arm to swing out here afterward because I'm losing force hitting at an angle. I want it to be straight out and straight back. Okay? As straight as possible. And I want to have that good rotation for my entire body. So my rear heel is turning, and my entire body is hinging around my front foot. Put all that body weight into the shot. Of course, I want to step through and make sure I'm hitting through the target. I never want to just hit to here. I want to hit back in deep through the target. I'm stepping as I step in with that 1-2, the jab cross. Okay. My target with that jab can be the nose, the chin. It's best to aim low here and think about getting towards the throat. And a lot of times that's going to give you a better chance of hitting them. I don't want to hit up high here on the forehead, and they might move and dip their head. So I want to aim towards the chin or throat area, and same way with my cross. I want to aim right into towards that area. Now, it's critical that I step with this, okay? Because again, untrained people tend to want to step toward you before they throw the shot. So if I can get Nick in here, help me out. What I'm doing with this is I'm intercepting him. Okay, so he's back out of my range. Okay, I can't reach him, he can't reach me. For him to hit me, he has to step first. Now if he steps as he punches, then that's very efficient. That's a little bit harder to intercept, but it can still be done because I'm just looking for one thing. I'm not looking for, is he throwing this hand, is he throwing that hand? I'm concentrating on my attack not on worrying about, you know, every movement he's making. So all I'm looking for is his step. He steps in and then throws a punch. Okay, that's what untrained people do. They step in first, get in their distance, and then they'll throw a punch. Even if it's a jab, sometimes they'll step in like this and then they'll throw this crappy jab that's telegraphed. But they're stepping every time. So again, I'm out of range. He steps toward me. I'm going to be stepping in before he gets to me. Going to move back a little bit farther. Okay, so we're pretty far here, which is what I would prefer. As he steps into me, I step into him, and I get him before he's ready for his attack. Thanks, Nick. Now, I could also lead with this. I could go first. I know this is a bad situation. I have multiple opponents. So, you know, I could be talking to the guy here, and this one's right here. I can just go first. And that's a good way to train, is to train it from a self-defense type sucker punch situation where I'm standing here talking, and, you know, I can tell this is going to escalate to violence. I feel justified in going first, which is a good idea to do if you're legally able to. Depending on the situation, you feel justified to do so. I can step in, jab, cross, okay? Same way if I were facing the opposite direction, I'm dealing with a guy here, maybe there's 3 of them, whatever. I step in, blast him, and now I can come back and deal with them, okay? So when you're practicing, try to practice from a static position where you're standing here talking, from the side, from the front, you're standing here talking, or from the other side, okay? And you can try both leads. And then also practice out here at long range where you know you're in a fight, the two of you are going at it here, and you're stepping in, cracking them before they get to you. And practice that from both leads as well. Once you've got those basics ingrained, build that repetition over and over and over again. You can also, if you have a target like a bob dummy, you can work on anatomical targeting. So I could change that jab from a closed fist to an eye jab, okay? And I have Bob here to work off of to do that. I could change that cross to a palm to the chin. I could change it to a shot to the throat here. You know, you have those options. You can eventually work to the body as well, but for that quick fight ender, that self-defense situation, I want to look for that jaw, eyes, throat, those type of targets, okay? So if you're working this, you know, just learning it, you know, by all means, get those basic repetitions on this thing, work it over and over, and I'll show you another drill in the next video on ways you can work this to make it interesting. If you're experienced and we're looking at maintaining some basics, this is a core basic that you really want to maintain. And, you know, I shouldn't even say maintain. You want to constantly improve. If you're not improving, then you're, you know, you're getting worse. So every time you do this, do it with focus. Do it with an eye towards making it more efficient, making it less telegraphic, making it more powerful. All those basics that you can really focus on, hone in, and just will yourself to move faster to really try to improve it instead of just, you know, I got to get some reps in here. Okay, good focus reps go a long way. So a couple things, again, simple is good, and basics well done is what wins fights. So this is a good, simple fight ender, the old jab cross. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe to Warrior Tactical Systems. We put out one video a week. And leave me your comment below. What do you think? What is a good quick fight ender for a self-defense situation?